Hey guys, welcome back to Jeff's house, and this time we start working on the floor. Since last time I've come through and cleaned everything up, and now it's time to start laying the floor down. Now I've got my first board there, and my second nail and everything all ready to go. So I'm just going to measure my board placement and square it up off of the lines in the floor, these join lines of the floor. Measure it out, get it nice and square, and start nailing it in. Alright, for those of you who haven't seen one of these before, this is the secret nailer. So this is what I've been using to get to this point. It's loaded up with all of these nails. Basically all the nails, they're just a row of staples pretty much, a long row of staples. Fill up in here. Connect up the airline and hit it on the end, and that fires a nail out into the edge of the tongue, and that way it's hidden, so there's no nails on the surface. And doing it on the subfloor like this makes it quite easy because I don't have to line up the joists or anything, and just bang, 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 bang all the way along, and it's a pretty quick, easy method of laying this floor down, and you get a nice smooth finish. So back into it. Alright, the floors are all laid, so it's time to start giving Mrs. Jeff a laundry. So, got a bunch of these Flatpack covers. I know a lot of people think Flatpack life is a living hell, but I actually really enjoy putting Flatpacks together. I find it therapeutic, and it's generally quite simple. So let's put some Flatpacks together. I've got my sink cabinet done, and before I can install it, I need to adjust the feet to get the right level for the kick plate that's going to go underneath. The kick plate's 140mm high, so I've got it so it's over 140mm high and leveled it up. And I need to drill some holes in the back so these water fittings can actually go through into the cupboard. So I've marked with my level on the top to get the vertical spacing for it, and now I need to go through and I measure up and measure to the centre of this to mark my lines. Pull the holes through and mount this up. I also have to get a measurement to mark for the drain, which is further down here, and I have to drill get the hole saw out and drill a hole for the bottom of the cupboard, so I'll do that as well. Alright, I've got my floor mounted flat packs all assembled and ready to go, and they've all got these adjustable feet on them. Assemble these the exact same way as I do flat pack kitchens. If any of you haven't done it, they're really easy. Basically, these two cupboards are going to be joined together, so I'll move them together, get them visually level first. I'll move this one over and get it just level with this cupboard, screw the two cupboards together, and then I start assembling my kickboards. Okay, so once I got my cabinets at the height I wanted and hard against the wall where I wanted them, I just found the stud in the wall and screwed the cabinet in there and screwed it into the wall down here and inside the cupboard, of course. That is now solidly fixed to the wall, and I've gone through and I've marked my level on the wall for where I want my bench top to go, and marked it on the side of this cupboard, and I'm going to mount a strip of timber along here along the cupboard so that my bench top has something to sit on. Okay, so this is not the prettiest. I've mounted the sink, and due to the height of this fixed shelf, I couldn't move it up or down. I could have got an extension for this, for the base of the sink, so I could run the trap down underneath in the lower area, but as it was, I had what I had there. I'm lazy, and also because this is going to be the return for the washing machine, I just left it. I've connected up my taps to my up to my mixer, which is up here. Just cut the hole and drop the sink in it using the template and the jigsaw. I've just loosened it off, so now I need to go through. I've loosened it off there so I can go through and put a bead of silicone around underneath it, and then the sink is basically done. So now I've got my cupboards in, I've got to put in my door handles. What I found, what I made up a few years ago is simple T shape. I measure the exact centre of it and work out, you know, roughly the sizes I want. And this has got the corresponding holes in it for the handle, and I just sit that on the edge of the cupboard door, line it up with the side of the door, and then I can just drill my holes through the face, and every handle will be exactly right in the same spot every time. Easy, cheap, simple, works. Saves a lot of time from measuring up each and every door, measuring each hole. It's really painful doing it that way. This is much easier. Alright, sorry I've been sort of glossing over this because I'm trying to get this in before Mrs. Jeff gets home. She's away for the week, so I'm trying to get her a indoor laundry, because for the whole time we've lived in this house for 4 years or so now, the laundry has been in this sort of dungeon under the house. It's not even a proper room. It's just this horrible old little place. So having an indoor laundry is actually a big treat for us. So basically what I've done here is I've marked the height of my overhead cupboards. So I give myself 600 off of the bench, 600 up to here, and I've marked where my studs are so that I know where I can screw. Now I've got to get my level. I'll mark the where the studs are up and down the wall. And then a trick I use to make it much easier to mount your overhead cupboards is I always get an old piece of timber and I mark the base of my cupboard on the wall, and then I screw the bit of timber to the wall so I can rest the base of the overhead cupboards onto the on the timber. It gets them all lined up, and then I can just put them up one at a time, bang, 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 and then sit on the timber, take the timber out, and then in this case I'm going to have a tile splashback on here anyway. So yeah, so I'll go through, screw this on, and let's get some overhead cupboards up. Okay, and after that mad dash, working layouts to try and get this all done for Mrs. Chef before she gets home, I have got it done, or at least done enough so that it's a working, functional laundry. I still need to paint the doors, still need to put on skirting boards, and I've still got to tile the splashback, but everything's functional, everything works. We have water, we have washing machine, dryer, everything is ready to go. So that's it for this week at Jeff's house, and keep an eye out for next time. See you guys.